Hi, my name is Leon from Moltke, and I studied mathematical statistics in my honours year and theoretical physics in my undergrad year at Stellenbosch University. My role at Nedbank is quantitative analyst trainee. I have been in the group stress testing team, as well as partly in the interest rate risk in the banking book team, and now I'm currently in the funds transfer pricing team. My typical day entails coming to the office every day. As a young person, I feel it's vital for my growth to build as many connections as possible, and I feel that meeting people in person is really a way to do that. At the office, I definitely have a cup of coffee first before starting any work. I like to look after my own growth and read up on as much quantitative models as possible. I usually get daily ad hoc tasks, and then I have in between longer term projects. The most surprising thing that I've experienced at Nedbank is definitely the amount of effort people put into growing young talent. A key skill, people always say you should develop your network, but we are, at the end of the day, quantitative analysts, and our job is to analyze things in a quantitative manner. And at university, we learn a lot about modeling and how different models operate. And that's definitely a hard skill, which is really applicable in banking, because we need to know what is the probability that the client will default on their loan, or what is the behavior of the deposits that we are getting into the bank. This hard skill would definitely be the modeling element of it. Someone once told me that as graduates who just stepped out of university, we are probably the people who have the most theoretical knowledge in the entire organization, because we're the people who have most recently stopped studying that theory. So we are there to ensure that theory is applied correctly, that the newest and best models are there, and to challenge the thinking a bit. Because if no new people rotate in teams, then thinking gets stale, and you do things because you get used to them and not because you really feel that it adds value. And as a quant trainee, you really want to prove yourself. So you go out of your way to show people new ways of doing things. The highlight of my career, I built a model, and my manager gave me the opportunity to demonstrate that model to another team. Even though we didn't really implement it, it was really cool that I had the opportunity and was backed by someone to sort of take my career forward and be passionate about something that I am passionate about. The transition from university to the working life was quite a strange one. In my first year, COVID happened, and we got sent home after the first few weeks, and no one really knew how this work from home thing would work. And for 2 years, I think studying was done online, and you had to really buckle down and set your own schedule to study. And then when we returned back to university, everyone was trying to catch up on those 2 years they missed, trying to have their first year in second and third year, which at that point we would have figured out how to say no for going on a hike or going on a wine tasting. But yeah, I think that's definitely something which became much easier in working life, because now you are earning a salary and you have to really look after yourself, have some discipline, go to work every day at the same time, try to work as hard as possible and look after myself. I've added value as a quant in Nedbank, definitely by some of the analyses that I've done, which included being part of the climate risk stress test. That was quite a big initiative, which really required bank-wide remediation on data and so forth. You get to meet a lot of different teams, a lot of different specialties that each person comes from. And as a grad in the graduate program, we are actively involved in the recruitment process, and we are actively involved in sourcing the next generation of quant graduates, and that entails CV reviewing, being part of the interviews, going to universities and sort of marketing the program. So I definitely feel like I've played a role in bringing the new talent into the bank. Outside of work, I really enjoy, and this is very cliche, but I enjoy food. I'm a huge foodie, and yeah, I do a lot of research on ways to do things.